absolutely perfectly for him to take to his dad's house and enjoy there. Oh, this lighting is horrible. Okay. It has been asked of me to do a cooking video. Now, I'm sure that people in my family would think that's very humorous. I don't cook, but because the real reason why I don't cook is because nobody eats what the heck I want to eat. I want to eat vegetables, and I want vegetables that are unboring. So the other day I made this and my son started eating it and he thought it was amazing. And now he's making me take it, make it for him, and pack it so that he can go to his dad's house. So let's see what makes the most amazing vegetable dish that my child will eat. He's also a weirdo. First, we're gonna start with cabbage. You could easily make this vegetarian, you could easily make this vegan. I'm probably not gonna do either one just because I don't have enough veggie broth to use, and I'm gonna probably throw some chicken broth in there. There are also no measurements. We measure everything with our heart around here, and there's gonna be enough garlic to really measure with our hearts. So we're gonna start with a head of cabbage. It requires some scallions, however many you want. I have a leftover leek. I know some people who are like this, but we're gonna try and cut up the pieces that are still good and use this leek, and we're gonna use some garlic. This gigantic bowl of cabbage is making me laugh because if you've ever watched my stories on Instagram and you've watched me cook for myself, I'll be like, oh, I haven't eaten vegetables for a while. And so I make a family size bag of Brussels sprouts and eat them all myself and be like, congratulations, you ate your vegetables. Meanwhile, it's not the most exciting. It tears my stomach up. And thankfully this has like a lot of different other elements in it, including rice, that will make it nice and more of a balanced meal. Cooking, let's start drinking, let's start cooking, let's start drinking. Story of my life. So back when I used to live in that condo in Frederick, if you guys remember, I used to live in a condo in Frederick. Back when I used to live in my condo in Frederick, I had this idea that I would start a cooking show called The Ghetto Gourmet, because every stinking time I turned on my burner, I would turn on the fire alarm. And so it was always like me trying to like jerry rig all these like cooking devices while also fanning the smoke detector while also trying to make a meal. You know, that idea, that was $1 million idea, gone by the wayside. Walter liked it. How come nobody else did? Okay, so in our bowl we have cabbage, my leek, oops. How'd that get in here? Cabbage, leek, scallions. And then on the board, I have, about 5 cloves of garlic, because, you know, you measure with your heart, and a bunch of fresh parsley. We're also going to be adding in some dill. You're supposed to use fresh, but I don't have it. And some tomato paste. And we're going to be adding in some rice. So let's get it started. Also, very important to note, you have to be drinking wine while you're cooking. It is 11:38 and I am cooking this, but I'm drinking an Oyster Bay Sauvignon Blanc. Because that's my prerogative. That's crisp. Heating up our olive oil, taking this big old thing of veggies right in. Ooh, we might not be able to make all this at one time, but it's just literally a one-pot plan. You throw it all in and just start cooking it down. And that's why this is the perfect eat while you're drinking a glass of wine type of dish, because you can't mess it up. You literally cannot mess it up. And like everything gets so creamy and delicious from like the broth and the rice and the starch from the rice and the veggies that it's just an amazing. So this is obviously a Greek inspired dish. Anybody who doesn't know, that is 50% of my ethnicity. My son the other day, who is obviously also Greek, he was like, you know, Mom, I really wish we were Greek. My friend Dio at school was Greek. This piece is too big. And I was like, dude, we are Greek. And he's like, no, we're not. We don't speak Greek. I was like, what do you call your grandparents? And he's like, yeah, I am Papu. I realized I really had some work to do as a mother to go back and teach this kid where the hell he's from. Okay, so once these get all softened and veggie-like and you pick out the pieces that you didn't cut small enough like you would like, then we'll pick it up and add on the next ingredient, which is the rice. This doesn't fall off. Here we go. We're going to add in some dill until it smells dilly enough for me. And then we're going to add in some tomato paste. And we're gonna let this whole veggie mixture cook down for 10 minutes. Okay, let's add in. Did I burn my food? Burn my food. Let's not do that again. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I thought I burned my sweater. I thought I burned my breast. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to add in our veggie broth, and that's just going to help all of this come together loudly, and we're going to let it cook down for 10 minutes. So I know I say that we measure with our heart, but rice, you do not measure with your heart, because otherwise you will be crunching on it or it'll be all soggy and it's disgusting. So a cup of rice, I don't know, because a cup feels right. And then what is it? When it's water with rice, twice is nice. So now I'm gonna go get like another cup and a half-ish of liquid, because there's already some liquid in, and hopefully that works. But I know you can approximate a little, but try and be really, really specific with the rice. Okay, I mixed it up, made sure that all the rice is covered in liquid and veggie goodness. And now we're gonna cover it. I'm gonna cook it for about 15 minutes, and hopefully that'll take us right over the finish line. If not, give it an extra 5. Turn it down to a simmer, as low as it'll go, and let's see how it turns out. Okay. While we're waiting for this to cook, I hope you know that the key to getting the garlic smell off your hands is lemon juice. Seriously, any soap is not gonna get it off. Rub lemon juice on it once, and then if it really, really persists, again, but works like a charm. 100% of the time, it works all the time. Here we are at the end of our cooking process. My suggestions as far as plating would be obviously some feta cheese on top and some lemon, fresh parsley if you have any. I just ran out of all of it. And enjoy. And here we go. I have it packed absolutely perfectly for him to take to his dad's house and enjoy that.